you heard about journaling, but you're not really sure what it actually is or how it can help improve your mental health? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you what journaling is and what the scientifically proven benefits are. I'm also going to give you some bonus tips on how you can get started with journaling in 2022, so make sure you stay until the end for those. Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin and welcome to Twig. At Twig, we discuss all things personal development with videos to help you achieve more success but with less stress. If that sounds like something you need help with, then please subscribe to my channel and tap the notification bell to find out when my next video goes live. So let's get started. What actually is journaling? So you might have heard about people journaling to improve their mental health, but if you've never tried it, then you might be a bit confused about what it actually is. And to be honest, there's no set rules. You can make it whatever you want, but as a basic explanation, it's the act of recording your thoughts, feelings, and insights. Note that I said recording rather than writing down, and that's because you can use whatever medium you prefer. If you wanted to record yourself doing a video, if you wanted to do voice notes, if you wanted to type it up in Word, that's absolutely fine. Anything that gets what you're thinking out of your mind and into the physical world. For me, journaling is a preventative and a reactive measure, and I use it in different ways for different things, but we'll get onto that a bit later. The most important thing about journaling is that it shouldn't be a chore. And the more you do it, the more you'll get the hang of whether you need to do it daily, weekly, monthly, or even less. But now we know what journaling is, let's chat about the scientifically proven benefits. So the first benefit is that it reduces anxiety. This is a big one because anxiety can cause other issues throughout your life, such as overthinking, stress, irritability, along with other physical symptoms like chest pain, tiredness, and even panic attacks. Journaling helps reduce anxiety by externalizing your worries. So in other words, getting them out of your head, and it allows you to rationalize, organize, and prioritize your thoughts, which creates a sense of control. So, scientifically proven benefit number 2, journaling helps to regulate your emotions. So, as humans, if we don't address our emotions, they have a tendency to build up and then just cause bigger issues. You might have experienced this if, when you're feeling stressed, you might snap at your partner or your family, or things might irritate you that don't usually irritate you, and that's all indicative of a deeper unaddressed anxiety. Think of it like this. Imagine you're at work, you sat at your desk, and throughout the day and throughout the week, people come up to your desk and give you bits of paperwork. If you don't address that paperwork one by one as it comes, and you just let it pile up on your desk, it's going to get to the point where your desk is really messy, you might feel overwhelmed, you might not be able to find the things that you actually need, and it stops you being able to operate and do your day-to-day tasks properly. Just like that paperwork, your emotions and feelings need to be dealt with as you go, otherwise they end up piling up and overwhelming you. Think of journaling as a filing system that takes your emotions and feelings one by one, deals with them, and then files them away neatly so that they don't come back to bother you. Journaling is a maintenance exercise that helps you keep your days running smoothly. So, scientifically proven benefit number 3, journaling can help with healing and processing traumatic events. As well as helping you deal with day-to-day emotions and feelings, journaling can also help you process and heal from traumatic events. After going through something traumatic, it's often difficult to make sense of what we're feeling, and sometimes we can even struggle to remember periods of time. Externalizing our thoughts and feelings can help us process them in a less chaotic way, which can give us a deeper sense of clarity, and this is all done in a safe and honest environment. So, scientifically proven benefit number 4, journaling can improve sleep. Do you ever struggle to get to sleep because you're just overthinking everything? It's usually as soon as your head hits the pillow that you start thinking about things that you just would never have been thinking about or worrying about in the day, like whether your boss thinks you're good at your job at work, or whether you should have chosen a different life path. The reason that this all pops up into your head at night when you're trying to get to sleep is because you've slowed down, you've stopped. There's no distractions in your environment that are distracting you from the things that are really actually worrying you. And all of the things that you're overthinking are emotions and feelings that haven't been dealt with throughout the day, which means that they're now keeping you up at night. Journaling helps you to deal with these emotions in the day so that they don't come back at night time. If you're struggling with sleep at the minute, check out my recent video on improving your sleep quality. Scientifically proven benefit number 5, journaling helps you to get to know yourself better. Journaling is a form of self-care. By spending time with yourself and writing down your inner thoughts and feelings, you get to know more about yourself, your thoughts, your patterns, and your behaviours. Seeing your thoughts written down on a piece of paper or on a screen, or listening to them back on a recording, allows you to see them from a different perspective, as if you're an outsider on the situation. You'll probably realise that it's really easy to give your friends advice in life, but it's really difficult to take your own. If you can externalise what you're thinking, you can see that from an outsider's perspective as if that was your friend, and it's easier for you to to understand what you need to do next. It's not uncommon to have complete epiphanies about life whilst you're journaling, and it's because you're seeing yourself in a different light, from a different perspective. So that's the benefits of journaling. But how do you actually get started? So here are the tips that I mentioned at the start of the video on how to get started with journaling in 2022. Number 1, choose your medium. So as I said earlier, you don't have to use a pen and a notepad. You can if you want to, but you can also use the Notes app on your phone, you can use Word, you can record yourself speaking, you can record yourself on a video. Whichever format is better for you and feels more comfortable and natural, do that. Different formats can lend themselves to different types of journaling. So like I said earlier, I use journaling as a reactive and a preventative measure. So if there's something that I need to get off my chest really quickly, I usually just use the Notes app in my phone and I'll just type what's on my mind. So it's basically whatever I was thinking, I'll write that out visibly in my Notes app. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense. Sometimes it's completely incoherent, but it doesn't matter because no one else is going to read it, and it makes me feel better that I've got something off my chest that was worrying me. That's a form of journaling. So that helps when I know what the issue is and what's causing me to feel anxious. But sometimes I can feel anxious and not know what the cause is, and that's when it's time to sit down and write in my proper journal. That's when I have time to think more about what my thoughts and feelings are, and I can construct them in a more coherent way. So think about the type of journaling that you want to do and think about what medium suits that the best. Number 2, be honest. If you're not honest with yourself about your thoughts and feelings, then you'll be wasting your time whilst you're journaling. This is time just for you. No one else has to see this if you don't want anyone to see it. It's private. It's a safe and honest environment, and for you to get the most out of it, you've got to be honest. Sometimes it can be a bit embarrassing to actually write down what you're thinking because you don't actually want to be feeling that emotion and you don't understand why you're feeling it. But like I just said, no one else is going to read it, it's only for you. So number 3, create a relaxing journaling space. If it's possible, find some time when you're not going to be disturbed, when you can be on your own, and create a nice little atmosphere to relax and journal in. So get yourself a coffee, get yourself a nice cozy blanket, get some pajamas on. If possible, find some time when you're not going to be disturbed, when you can spend some time on your own and really get into the flow of journaling. Sometimes it can take a little while to actually get into the flow of it, and if you can create an environment where you're not going to be disturbed and you're not going to be pulled out of that space, it's going to be better for you. So tip number 4, it's okay if you don't know what you're going to write about. This is not creative writing, you're not writing a story or a novel that people are going to read and judge you on. This is literally just for you. If what you write makes no sense at all, it doesn't matter. Journaling is all about how it makes you feel, not what you produce. So if you've never tried journaling before and you don't know what to write about, write anything, literally anything, to get started. Eventually the words will come. And if this is your first journaling experience, I would recommend free writing, which is literally just writing down whatever is on your mind at the time. You don't have to aim to get to the crux of what it is that's bothering you. Just literally write down anything. Write down what happened that day. Write down what you were happy with. Write down what you weren't happy with. What went well, what didn't go well in the day. Is there anything that you're worried about tomorrow? And eventually you'll peel back the layers and you'll get to the point where you're like, oh, actually that's the thing that was bothering me because that's what I was drawn to write about. Sometimes just writing and getting things off your mind is enough to help you feel better straight away. But if you're really struggling to start, you can use journal prompts, which are basically questions or the start of sentences that help get you started. You can find loads of journal prompts online just by googling journal prompts. But if you'd like me to do a separate video on this, and also the different types of journaling in greater detail, then just let me know. Tip number 5, set your expectations. Sometimes you'll have a journaling session and you'll feel amazing afterwards. You'll feel really relieved, you've got something off your chest and you feel great. Other times, you won't feel like that. You might not have managed to get into the flow during your session and you might just come out feeling the same as you did before. But the more you do it, the more you'll feel better. But practice makes perfect, as with anything. So the more that you journal, the more you'll learn what makes you feel better and what makes you feel good and what works and what doesn't work for you. Journaling is a completely personal experience, so I can't tell you exactly how to do it. I can give you suggestions, but really it's down to you to do trial and error and see what works. Just trust the process and know that it might take a few sessions before you start feeling the benefits, but trust me, you will start to feel them if you take it seriously. So that's it. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please let me know in the comments and give any of your tips if you've got anything extra that I didn't cover today. Like I've said in previous videos, I really want Twig to become a community of like-minded people that all help each other out to grow and develop. So please chat to me and each other in the comments. If you would like me to go into any more detail about any of the points discussed today, then just let me know. If you enjoyed today's video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. I'll be making loads more videos like this. I'm now going to have a little break for Christmas, so next week there won't be any videos, but I'll be back in the new year the week after with 2 videos a week again. Tuesday's video helps you achieve more in life, Friday's video helps you stress less. So if that sounds like something you're going to be interested in, please tap the notification bell to be the first one to find out when my next video goes live. Thank you for watching, have an amazing Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year.